Brother here, aka B-Boy Vincel, and welcome back to this week's breaks. It's the BC1 edition, BC1 Cipher all around, and pretty much yeah, we're about to talk about him. And also, just I'm not well prepared for any of this. I don't expect to be prepared for. So whatever I miss, that's on you because pretty much you expect me to have everything here when I don't. I'm kidding. Man, can you imagine? But yeah. Anyways, BC1, Germany, Vancouver, Holland, which is in the Netherlands, and also a whole bunch, and of course India, which is the one that I didn't see. I'm just not. Listen, India is cool. I seen stuff in stance elements, but when it comes down to India, I don't really care. I'm going to be honest. Don't care. I could have cared. Maybe I cared a bit when I saw one of the Brits, highlights there. Roxy, Roxy's fit, of course, and in the on the stage at the judging system as well as B Boy Kid Ram. It was good to see him in his motherland, but yeah, that's it. And also a bit of flying machine here and there. And I know that, I saw some highlights here and there, and that's the best I'm gonna give you. Okay, I just yeah, I kind of missed out on this one, but. For the BC1 Germany, heard that Gilu's not competing. Thank God. Like, of course she's gonna freaking win if she enters in the competition. So what do you expect? Yeah, of course she's gonna win. And this is the year that she's taking a break. Thank goodness. I'm not gonna be one of these people, these simps, where I don't even know if they exist. Okay, you don't expect that a lot within breaking at all, but I can only imagine. Oh my gosh, why, Jilu? How come you're not going? My queen, my princess, why? Blah, 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 blah. Golly, dude. But yeah, finally, yeah, just let the others win for crying out loud. It's always Jilu in these streets. You notice a pattern with every B-boy and B-girl event, and when it comes down to the BC1 specifically, I always keep seeing Jasper at the turkey. BC1, again, he's winning again. You forget about Mont. And then, of course, the B girl, I feel like that's a mixed bag of me knowing that I have no idea who would win, especially in the B girl side. Like, who's going to win this time? All of them are that good, especially in Japan. Out of anyone out here in this planet, Japanese B girls kind of are just not human. If we gotta be real, they're just not human. What's up with them? What is happening here? The fact that there isn't an anime really showcasing that, okay, since I'm talking about Japan here, it is crazy. And I'm Asian, I can say that, okay? What the frick, Japan? You have the best B-boys and B-girls. Yeah, you're not gonna make no anime, aren't you? I just wish you would. But nah. We're just gonna make another one of a dead sport, of course. Let's put biking in there. Let's put this in there. Whatever, man. All these are sports that, and you don't see the potential in breaking, huh? Unless freaking ray gun, kangaroo gun is like letting you guys know, because apparently she's the top B girl according to the stupidity of this world we live in. Oh, the best B girl has to be the one with the kangaroo. Shut up, okay? She ruined breaking, and then here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Anyways, yeah, Friesen pretty much actually took, I believe took the winner in that or something like that. I don't know. And I don't know about the B-boy side, okay? I'll just leave that to anyone. My guess, Index or B-boy, Index being a friend of Jiu. That's what I was thinking. And maybe Chalin. Maybe Chalin, I don't know. Other than that, BC1 Vancouver, didn't see a lot of it. Heard Emma won. That's all. Actually, no, Emma didn't win. I just saw Emma, and that's it. I didn't see the rest. There was some young, cats repping in there. There was like one of the oldest B girls that was also there. I don't know if she was competing or judging. I have no idea actually, but it was a thing. That's all. That's all you need to know from me. It was a thing. I mean, we got to be real here. Phil Wizard from Vancouver, the first ever B-boy Olympian, I feel like, there's a lot of expectations when it comes down to this specific place, Vancouver, and they having a b-boy event. So it's kind of a big deal when you really think about it. But anyways, Holland. Now that this is the one that I was seeing. I seen people that I followed that were reacting to it, doing live streams about it and stuff like that. And yeah, Holland, BC1. Pretty much this one happens to be the. I feel like there has been a switch for the longest time. There was a time, I believe, like 5 or 7 years ago. Listen, we're all getting old, okay? But it was like a long time ago, and I remember seeing, like, Netherlands cipher, which could be Holland, the Holland cipher or somewhere in that place. But what I do know is that I do know the familiar Dutch b boys that were competing, that were also in this, current or recent BC1 cipher in Holland. And there was a time where I remember seeing them, and all of them just straight up hate each other. Listen, I get that you don't have to be friends with anybody that you're competing, but we're talking about, like, they straight up just hate each other. They hate it. There was a time where Hustle Kids and Ruggeds just always get into fights whenever they battle each other. It would just get so freaking annoying. And there is a part of me where I'm like, well, is this staged? Like, what is... Here we go again. Okay, Tofik did something, and you got, like, this b-boy that is from this crew that I haven't seen in a while. I don't know what the story that's about, but you see Neek going at Menno going at Tofik going at, Kid Columbia. It's like, what the heck is happening? They're fighting each other. They hate each other. It's like, what's the beef about? But all of a sudden, here we are in this current time, and we're now all friends. Or at least, that's what I like to think so. Okay, I don't live in the Netherlands. I'm not Dutch. But what I do know is that, yeah, well, I guess things have developed. Especially seeing Lorenzo battling his friends. He battled Sis from Stardust. That's his boy right there. He battled some people from Ruggeds, the crew that he represents, and now he's, it's like, no matter who was battling, I think the only person that wasn't really an acquaintance or something like that with Lorenzo was Sam Delivery, which I never heard before. But I like his style. I like what he's doing. He's pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of Mighty Jim in a sense. Shout out to Mighty Jim. He was doing a battle with Seven and in some, like, BY line. I think he's gonna get some paper. I don't know. But yeah, Lorenzo was he was killing it. He deserved to win, and pretty much it was almost like nonchalant. Also, how old is he? How long has he been 13? Like, I don't... He's still young. I mean, he's still young, of course. I feel like, when I was like 21, I think I remember seeing this infant from Italy slash Netherlands and repping Ruggeds, and it was none other than Lorenzo. And now he's beginning to be, an all-star out here. The youngest prodigy, his style and everything, his savagery, his artillery, and everything. Man's killing it. Okay, the kid is killing it. So it's going to be interesting what to see from him. And also, I didn't really see much with the B-girl side. I kind of forgot, to be honest. I really forgot. I would like to think that the final was between Chacha and Pauline. I could be wrong. But since when did Pauline move to the Netherlands? Like, wasn't she part of Germany at some point? And matter of fact, I don't even think she's either of them. I don't know what she is. She's like a mixed Japanese breed or something, or could be Kazakh. I don't know. I was looking at her. I was like, you ain't no way you're white. I mean, I like to think you're either half white or something. How about, like, but I don't know. I always see that between, like, especially with Pauline. It's like, what are you? I don't know. I like to also ask the same thing with Chacha, which I don't know what Chacha, like, I think she could be Surinese or something like that, or Latin. But yeah, Chacha was killing it. I love her, like, style. You don't need to do a lot of dynamics as long as you're hitting the beat, and she does it well. Very smooth. And Pauline, I don't know what to really put at Pauline. Of course, power, I don't know. I really don't know. I know that she's experienced, and that's all I'm gonna give you. But I got lost. I was like, aren't you from Germany? You couldn't go there and win. Battle Friesen. I think that would be a good battle, but I guess you're here in the Netherlands. I don't know the freaking story. All I know is that there's this ongoing freaking annoying thing that I've been noticing for the longest time. You got B boys and B girls. They're always relocated here and there. And it's never in the US. There's some in the US. I know, like, especially, like, some Peruvian B-boys moved to the US to, really make it big and breaking. Well, shout out to Roflo. But also, like, other, B-boys, like, Create from Kazakhstan moved to LA. And also the list goes on. But the thing is that when it comes down to out the world, like, we're talking about B-boys and B-girls that are literally, like, not necessary. And here's the thing. I think there's a lot of that maybe in Europe. Okay? I guarantee you that. I remember hearing about Hill. He's from Mexico. He moved to Switzerland, which is the most random thing I ever heard. I still remember that. Like you speak Espanol, okay, Spanish. Aren't you, like, wouldn't Spain be an easier, choosing? But no, he moved to Switzerland, but it just really doesn't add up. I don't know. And I feel like Switzerland is very diverse. I get confused language. Like, okay, I don't know. We in Switzerland they speak Italian, but they also speak some amount of German. But also they're known to speak French. But whatever they speak, it's like, for Christ's sake, Switzerland, can you freaking make up your damn mind? Europe, Europe, what is happening? Like, what's out? What else? And we have B-Boy Hill. Like, it's the most confusing country that in terms of language and stuff. Like, just whatever. I'm just gonna, when I go to Switzerland someday, English, just straight English. I don't. You know what? I'm not gonna entertain the idea with my broken Italian to actually get through there. No. I'm just gonna, like, English. Okay. We're just gonna see where that takes us. And if they do speak Italian or something, maybe that will work too. But I'm just like, what language are we speaking? Okay. Anyways, but you see that with other B-boys and B-girls and here, and maybe I followed the culture so much to the point where I'm like, I just get lost of like what? You're Swedish? You don't look even remotely Swedish, but I guess you're representing here. Hey, why not? I don't know. It's just one of those confusing things. I guess one of the aspects of me discovering European culture more than anything is honestly b-boying. B-boying really opened myself. Like, I never knew anything about from Ukraine. Nothing. Not the conflict, not the war, not the whatever the stuff they're known about. No, it was literally only breaking that I only know from Ukraine. There was literally nothing else. And the same thing with Russia. Oh my gosh, Russia is like a break, b-boy haven in a sense. It's like I have no idea what else they freaking do here. What do they even do in Russia? I don't know. I guarantee they do a lot of things because it's just like anywhere else in the freaking world. But when it comes to b-boying breaking, I can only think about that. I'm sorry. It's the same equivalent. Like, I don't know much about Brazil, except that there's a lot of skateboarders. They're musically talented. And also soccer is like a religion there. And with Russia, apparently b-boying is a religion there. It's like the escape. It's like everything. And it's like, man, I have no idea what else they're known for. They're not known for their food. They're not known for a lot of their music, to be honest, especially here in America. We don't know that much about them. We only know about the stereotypes, the army, the conflicts, and also the space thing that they did in the past. But also, I guess for me, b-boying. I'm sorry. I don't know. Top 9 was something like almost like a fever dream. Back to School was a crew that I remember back in Russia, like back in 2007, I mean. And also it was known in Russia as something. But other than that, man, it's so hard to know, like, what else are they known for? Like, if the Olympics was ever, like, a thing that happened in Russia and, within the breaking category, if it ever comes back and we're basically speaking out of like, like hypothetically, just making a game here or something. But, let's be real. Russia would just win. They would win either first, second, third, and fourth. There would just be no other country. Americans, forget that. Korea, I mean, there's a slight chance. We're talking about Russia. B-Boy Haven. Like everything that they ever have put in breaking, it's really not that hard. Like they're just the legends. And it's kind of like, man, what else do they freaking do at this point? It's like, what else do you do in Russia? I guess breaking. That's it. I don't know. That it's like they're not known for golfing, soccer, none of that. That's like, I guess breaking. I mean, are they known for video games or something? Like, does anybody play any games over there? I know it's so weird because the only kind of like introduction of Russia, Ukraine, or just most of these European countries or something, it's all thanks to b-boying and breaking that I discovered a lot of it through that. Yeah, forget the movies. Forget the music. Forget everything else. No. It's literally b-boy battles, okay? I don't know any actor when it comes to from Russia other than like, if there was a b-boy that was an actor like freaking Aslan or Fastwood or Nord Diamond. Like if he ever was in a movie, I guess we would count that as an actor because I freaking don't know. It's always a blur. It's always a strange thing to know other countries' geography wise. Okay, I'm sorry about braces. I know I sound like a geezer, but like that's the only thing that I other than like anything else. Yeah, when it comes to European culture, I guess b-boying is there. That's it. That's what you are for me. I'm sorry. Okay. And I try not to really do that, often, especially now growing up. But, as a kid, as a teenager, in the early times of YouTube, yeah, that's all I had in terms of knowledge. I don't know what to tell you. If I go to France, all I would think, especially when I've been to France, I was like thinking like, ooh, where's little Kev at? Where's immigrants? Where's like I'm in France, I'm enjoying the food. Oh, the food's nice, but where are the b-boys at? Anyways, moving on. Yeah, KSCS 2025 just happened. I saw Jet Li versus Yuki. I believe that was the finals. That was dope. Man, Jasper was killing it as well. I know I mentioned him already, but he's really doing his thing this year. He's a big deal, the biggest one in Turkey. And also, yeah, the judges, apparently they're on blankets. What's up over there? What's wrong, Hong Ten? Is it too cold over there? Like, what's up with today's weather? It's supposed to be freaking hot from looking out my window. Where the heat at? Huh? It looks hot, but it isn't hot, It's like, for crying out loud, where the sun at? Where the sun at? 50 degrees, where the sun at? I mean, the sun's open, but that breeze, though, woof. It's a perfect weather, to be real. Japan break-in just happened. And also, I saw the interview of Spin Theory, Trunks. Yeah, that's... I was like, man, I haven't seen Trunks in forever. He was usually rolling with Zeku or pretty much the Breaking Mia squad. And I don't know what happened after that. Really don't know. Couldn't tell you. Anyways, I think that's all I have. I don't know what to tell you guys, okay? Listen, I came here to rant. And I did my thing. This is 2 weeks breaks. One live in peace. God bless.